Selling. It's the one thing that just about every business needs to do in order to be profitable, but it's also one of the last things most business owners want to be involved in. Now, of course, there's the rare breed of folks out there that like to sell, but I can tell you I'm not one of them. I don't like to sell. However, I do like making people want to buy from me. I like making people want to do business with me. And that's where the difference is. So I want to talk to you about selling without selling. And that's exactly what positioning yourself the right way can give you the opportunity to do. So when you are setting yourself up as the local subject matter expert in your business, whether it's consulting, internet marketing consulting, or it's selling insurance or a real estate agent, by positioning yourself the right way, you can sell without selling. You can make people want to buy from you and do business with you without having to go through what that traditional and stereotypical sales process. So how do we do this? Well, we want to make sure that we position ourselves as that educator and the advocate. You know, a lot of people, and you may have heard a lot of times, position yourself as the expert. You know, you need to position yourself, call yourself the expert in whatever business you do. So, for instance, if you are a real estate agent and you specialize in short sales, you want to be the short sale expert. Well, here's the one problem with that, is it's not enough to just call yourself the expert. What you need to do is give your prospects enough information so that they can be the ones to call you the expert. And we do that by educating and becoming an advocate for the success of our prospects. And it's easy. We can educate. We know about our business. We know how it works. And we give people that information. So I want you to think of yourself as a doctor. Okay? And think about how a doctor operates. Rarely does a doctor come to you with a menu of what they do. Look, here I can give you a shot, I can take your tonsils out, I can hit your knee with the little hammer, whatever you want. I can do whatever you want. What would you do if your doctor came to you and said that when you came in for a consultation? Well, you'd probably get up and walk the other way. And that's really the difference between putting yourself out there as a servant versus a savior. And when you position yourself the right way, people will come to you because they want your expert knowledge. So just like if you're at the doctor, you don't want to tell the doctor what to do to you. You want the doctor to give you expert advice. You want the doctor to take a look at you and tell you what they feel is wrong with you and what the best course of action is. And that's exactly what your prospects want from you, regardless of how they come to you. And they may be price shopping or trying to determine if they want to do business with you. But if you position yourself as that educator and an advocate, and they really feel that you are concerned with their success in whatever it is they're doing, whether they're buying a house, whether they're purchasing insurance, landscaping, it doesn't matter really what type of business you're in. You want to give them that expert advice. So just like a doctor, what you need to do is listen. You find out what it is their problem is. What is it that's causing their pain? And you can do this whether you're doing one-on-one consultations, whether you're speaking at a networking group. You can listen. The next step the doctor does is the doctor will diagnose based on what they've heard, and then they will prescribe. They will prescribe some medicine or an action, of course, to take in order to fix that pain or that problem. So that's what you can do as a business owner that's positioning yourself as an educator and advocate, is when you listen and then your response can be, well, you know what, based on what you've told me, my suggestion would be that you do this. And put out the course of action. Not that you hire me to do this, or not that you pay me to do this, or you look at my menu and pick what you want. Based on what you've told me, my suggestion is that you do this. And what happens is you haven't put yourself in a position of selling, but what you've done is put yourself in a position of educating and give them a course of action for their success. And then their natural feeling to come back to you is, well, is that something that you do? Is that something I can work with you on? Is that something that you can do for me? And what you've just done is you've made them want to do business with you. It would be very odd and against psychology for them to think, wow, that's a great idea. That's really good suggestion. Let me go find somebody else to do that for me. Because you've just set yourself apples to oranges from your competitors there because you've educated them around their specific problem. So what I want you to think about that is whether you're in a networking event, whether you are putting together a copy for your website, putting together a report for your website, rather than thinking about, let me tell them about me and how great I am and all the stuff that I do, let me educate them around the problems that I solve, even if they're good problems. If you're in the travel industry and the problems you solve are what's the best cruise to go on, what's the best vacation to go on, that's fine. But when you educate them around that, then you're no longer selling, but you're making them want to buy from you. And what you've just done is put yourself in a position where you don't have to call yourself the expert, but you've just given your prospects every reason in the world to call you the expert.